Hi everyone, Sarah here. I am back with episode 2 for Use It or Lose It. If many of you don't know, this is my personal challenge to myself that I am starting for 2016, where I am doing weekly videos of using up my scrapbooking supplies. Scrapbooking, card making, whichever. So I'm going through my room this year, and if I don't use it, I am going to lose it. So I will be selling, giving away, stuff like that, just to make some more room and to focus on the things that I enjoy doing. So last week, I just want to say huge thank you. I had so many. I was up to 489 views on my video. That is super awesome. It hasn't even been on there for a week yet. 79 thumbs up. Thumbs up! Love it. Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate it. And so awesome. Anybody who wants to play along and do some of the challenges that I'm doing, feel free. I would love to see what you guys make. So last week was making envelopes, and I just wanted to show you that I did follow through. I have 66 envelopes and the matching mats for the cards. So there's 2 for each patterned paper to go with the cards to go on the inside and the outside. So I will be able to get 66 cards done super quick. Yeah, it'll probably be there for a while, but I will eventually get through them. Like I said before, there's a lot of Valentine's, some patterns that'll work really good for Valentine's, so I can get some Valentine's cards out of this. And I did start cutting some cards just out of craft cardstock to go with them. So that is very, very good. Super proud of myself. But that just goes to show that in one day I went through 66 12 by 12 sheets of double-sided scrapbook paper. And they're not just sitting here collecting dust in my room anymore. So feels really good to accomplish something. So for this week's challenge, I decided that there's something in my scrapbook room that I have a lot of. I have a slight addiction. I tend to buy it whenever I see it just because it's pretty or it has a really nice pattern on it, but I really don't use it very often. Washi. Yep. This is just one tube of washi. I will insert pictures for you guys so you can see my washi stash. I have one drawer of the IKEA, the big wide IKEA drawers. One of the small ones is all full of washi, and that is the only washi that I have, is that one drawer. So it's good, but I still pick it up whenever I go out. So, you know. So I'm doing a project that you can use your washi tape. So I will just show you. This is so far what I have done. These are washi feathers. So what I'm doing is using washi tape with just white cardstock, and I'll show you the cardstock that I use. This is kind of a staple in my craft room, and I leave it right here by my desk so that I can grab it whenever I need it. And it is just Staples cardstock. So it's 110 pound, 250 sheets, fairly inexpensive. I use this for my white cards also, like for the backings on my cards, because I tend to do layers anyways, so it makes it a little bit sturdier. So I kind of save money that way. I don't buy really expensive white cardstock. The white paper that is expensive that I use is for my Copic coloring. So I don't Copic color on that. I just use that for mats and for card bases, stuff like that. So we are going to take that paper, cover it with washi, and then use our dies to cut out shapes and embellish them and use them for cards. So I am going to change the camera around and we'll get started. Here is my washi drawer. You'll see some new ones are in there now. I did take the opportunity with the 50% off coupon at Michael's this week to run out and pick up the 2 tubes of Valentine's washi. One was pink and one was red. And then also the new collection from Recollections that has the mint and gold, and then the other tube is mostly all gold. So I did pick those up. They are so adorable, and the amount of washi that's in them makes it a kind of good deal. So I picked those up. I've sped this portion up for you because it's pretty simple, but just so you get the idea, I did decide to do this one in some black and white washi. So I have my my white paper just out on my craft mat, and you just want to choose your washies and just start adding them to the paper in a diagonal direction. So just pick a spot, tape one down. I let it go over the paper a little bit, and that will help hold it in place. And then you just continue on from there. Just keep picking washies, trying to change your patterns around. If you're using colors, move your colors around. This one was all black and white, so I just kind of um, did like a dark one, a light one, that type of thing. So just need to fill in your whole sheet of paper with washi tape. And again, don't worry about going over the edges. It actually helps keep it in place, and we will trim those off later. So make sure you go all the way out to the corners. It just depends on how much space you need to die cut your items, but that's pretty much it. I did decide to add in some metallic afterward. This is a silver star washi that I purchased at Walmart. And you can just keep layering your washi over top. It doesn't matter. This is where I flipped it over, and I just use a craft knife and my ruler and cut off the edges. And then that way they're not in the way when you're trying to run it through your die cut machine. After that, you want to pick out what dies you want to use to cut them out. You can use dies, you can use punches, whatever you want. And you may need to cut your paper down to a smaller size to run it through your die cut machine. I have the Cuttlebug, so I pretty much cut these into 4 pieces, or smaller depending on the die that I'm using. I forgot to mention that the feathers that I showed in the beginning, those are the Tim Holtz dies that have the matching embossing folder. So I cut them out with the die and then ran them through the embossing folder. So it just gives another extra little texture to it. I love the way they turn out with those feathers. So that's it for cutting the edges. It looks really cool when it's done, just a whole sheet of washi tape. I just ran these through with a couple of different dies just to show you how it turns out. You really can use any shape, any size, doesn't matter. Sometimes the little pieces of washi, especially the metallic, the silver, you have to pull them a little bit harder to get the piece out because there might be some stuck in there, but they will come out. The balloon turned out pretty cool. Okay, so to finish these off, I used the Inca Gold Metallic Rub. For these black and white ones, I used silver. The feathers, I also used silver. And you just want to rub it over top just to give a little bit of shine. The feathers work out good because they are embossed, and a couple of the die cuts that I did do have some embossing edges on them also that are just from the dies. But you can just rub it around the edge if you want. You actually don't even need to do this part if your washi tape already has some shine to it, but I still just like how the embossed ones, it just makes the edges stick out that little bit more. And then I decided to do it around all the edges of the balloon and the other little pieces. So that's pretty much it for creating the actual die cuts in the washi. I will add some pictures in here for you to show some of the finished cards that I made using the die cuts. So just remember, use your washi tape, get the stuff out, don't let it sit there and collect dust. You want to use it or lose it. Thanks for watching. Please leave a comment and subscribe. Bye. Okay, so just before I show you my finished cards, I just wanted to again show you a couple of the die cuts that I have. There's a couple feathers that are left over. And you can use them really in anything, your cards, your planner, your scrapbook albums. I love the feathers because they're embossed, like the die comes with the embossing folder to fit them, so they are really cool. And then I had an extra strip left over from when I cut out my pieces to die cut the feathers. And I used this Martha Stewart punch. It's a heart trim, and just went straight down this sheet here and have a beautiful trim that I can add on to cards. So you'll see that I have it in one of my cards. And again, here's the other dies with the black and white. I haven't made any cards for these ones just yet because I need to find more of a solid pattern to go underneath these ones. A lot of the stuff that I have is in these like pinky colors right now because I have Valentine's Day stuff out, so I will hang on to these to make in a future project. It's always good to have dies already cut out and ready to go. Okay, so my finished cards, I have one here that is a 5.5 by 5.5. This is just a Recollections card base. And what I've done is added in some patterned paper. This is the little pink hearts on the blue background, one of my square doilies. And I did die cut this one. This is a Spellbinders lace hearts that I've had. I believe I bought it last year when I went to Novi to Mega Meet. And I haven't used it yet, so this is the first time I've used it. And I just punched it out on silver. Die cut it out on silver. Added in a couple of my feathers. Now this one is glued down, but I still pulled the edges up because you can shape these ones because they're embossed. They kind of come out a little shaped, but I just push them up like this so that they are dimensional. So this one I just ran the glue down the middle and glued it down to the back, and then this one does have some foam tape on it to help it pop up a little bit more. And then I added in this cute little fox. This was also from Novi last year. It was a freebie at the Art Impression booth. Super cute little fox. So I just colored him up in pink Copic and gray so that he matches the card. And this is an old K & Company die cut. They're actually double-sided. So one side has like patterns with words and this side was the pink polka dot. So I just stamped Happy Valentine's Day on it. So there's the one card. And then I also have some of my little 4-bar cards that I made. So this is with the envelope, and here is where I put the heart trim on the front of the envelope. Just looks super cute. Here's my card again with the two feathers. I added in some glitter twine and then some little stars that I glued on there. And then I just did Happy Valentine's Day on the inside. And then this one again is another 4-bar card, And this one I also used washi tape on the actual card. So I do like to do this. I did do it with the with my original card from my last video. This is red washi, and I have made another one of those with the little girl with the camera, and I used Smile in the stamp set. So again, with the little red washi there. So just added a couple layers of washi and fishtail at the ends. I used one of the feathers. I did cut it off because I wanted it to go up in this direction, and he's up on foam tape. And then I just added in some jewels and just a note. And then in this one, I just added another fishtail banner with the washi on the inside. And this one's light enough that you can write on it and you don't need a little mat in there. And then I just have that envelope. So don't forget to use your washi tape. If not, it will just sit there and collect dust. All right, have a great day. Bye.